Let us see the introduction about this latest version. After 2007, you would have recognized there is a drastic change about the file name extension. For an example, this file name is exercises. In the latest version, you would have noticed after 2007 of Excel, the latest version, the extension of file name has been changed. In earlier version, before 2007, it was XLS. Now it has become XLS X. Thus in 2007, after 2000 it has become XLSX. Similarly, PowerPoint was PPT. Now in the latest version it was PPTX. Similarly, Word was DOC. Now it was DOCX. Why this X has been added is because the latest version was stored in the format of XML. What is this XML? The abbreviation for XML is Extended Markup Language. The abbreviation is Extended Markup Language. And on the top of this file, you can see on the top where we can see the file name and the software name is available. This one where we can see the file name and software name is available. This is called as title bar, which shows the title of your file and title of your software. Title bar. So this one is title bar. On the left hand side of the title bar, you can see the three buttons are available. On the left hand side, topmost, you can see three buttons are available, which we call this this area, which we call it as a QAT, QAT, quick access toolbar, where you can quickly access it here. You can create our own menus, even you can create our own shortcut key also using the QAT. You can create some new menus also on the QAT. And the total area put together, below the QAT you can see this total area put together, where you can see the file, home, insert and page layout, formulas, data review is available. This total area put together, this one we call this as ribbons. So this one is called as ribbon. And on the top, below on the ribbon, you can see the first one available called as file, which will show you the backstage option of your file. You can see if I click here, it will open some backstage. If I click on the file, it will show you some backstage options available under the file, where you can see info, new, open, save as. There are some features available. We will see how to use this backstage options also. And this one, each item in the ribbon. If we go to the each item in the ribbon, you can see the home, insert, page layout, formulas, data review. Each item in the ribbon is called as tabs. So these are all called as tabs. Below this tab, you can see the clipboard font alignments are available. You can see this clipboard, you can see this font, you can see this alignments are available. These are all called as groups. So this one is group. In some groups, not in all the groups, in some groups you can see a bottom down arrow like a small symbol is available. You can see this one down arrow symbol like is available, which we call it as a dialog box launcher. This one. So this one we call this as dialog box, DIALOG, dialog box launcher. What is the usage or what is the purpose of this dialog box launcher is, if you click on this dialog box launcher, you can see a new dialog box will launch, where we can see some additional or some advanced features are available. Advanced feature or additional features of Microsoft will be available here. You can see some additional features and all the other items available here. So you can see all the other items, this one, cut, copy, paste, bold, italics and underline, all the other items available. These buttons, all the other buttons available here is called as commands. So these are all called as commands. On the bottom, after the ribbon, you can see on the bottom where we can see the name box is available. If you place the cursor, it will show you what is the name of it. This is called as name box. Sometimes the name box can be smaller and larger. Also, we can increase or decrease the width of the name box also. On the right hand side, by clicking on these three dotted lines, we can increase and decrease the width of the name box. And FX, next to this FX, you can see this area. This one is called as formula bar. And you know that A, B, C, D are all columns and 1, 2, 3 are all rows. How many rows and how many columns are available in XLS? There are 10,48,576 rows and 16,384 columns are available. How can you verify this? It's very simple. You can go to the leftmost topmost area. If I go to the leftmost topmost area where we can select the entire sheet, if I click it and hold it here, it will show you how many rows and how many columns are available. But unfortunately I am not able to see the rows and columns. Why? Because my name box width is too small. Let me increase the name box width. Now I click and hold here, you can see it shows how many rows and how many columns are available. 10,48,576 rows and 16,384 columns. How these rows and columns are measured? Everything is measured in a binary format. Binary means 2. So let me try here, equal to, let us put 2, above the 6 you can see the to the power is available. If I say equal to 2 to the power of 20, so it shows 10,48,576. So that much of rows are available, equal to 2 to the power of 16. If I say 2 to the power of 16, maybe 65,536. That's I believe it's an older version. The latest version is equal to 2 to the power of 14. If I say 2 to the power of 14, that much of columns are available, 16,384 columns. So how do we check how many rows and how many columns are available? It's very simple. Just hold the control key and you can press the down arrow. Hold the control key and press down arrow. You can see it will go to the very last row and checks how many rows are available. 10,48,576 rows. Immediately I can hold the control and I can press the right arrow. It will go to the last column and it says this is the last column. That is 16,384 column. That's XFD. So but instead of this column as displayed as a alphabetical format, I want the column to be displayed as a numerical format. How do we display the column in a number format? Let us click on the file, the backstage option, and you can see on the bottom the options is available. Click on the options. If I click on the options, you can see a new dialog box is opening where we can see there is a tab. Let us go to the tab called as formulas. On the formulas tab, you can see there is a checkbox available in the name of R1C1 reference style. This one, the R1C1 reference style. By default that would have been disabled, so let me enable it. I am clicking on this. Now simply I say OK. So you can see it will display the column in a number format rather than displaying in alphabetical. It shows as a number. You can see 16,384. That's the last column. So if you want to revert it back, so let me go to the same file and let me go to the same options. And once again I will go to the formulas and I disable this R1C1 reference style and simply click on OK. So now you can see it displays once again back to the alphabetical format. Now I want to go to the very first cell. You can use control up arrow and control left arrow, else you can press a simple key, control home button. If you click on control home button, it goes to the very first cell. And on the bottom of this, where we can see some 2 arrow marks are available, this area where we have the arrow marked area. So this area where it shows the arrow mark, this one is called as sheet tab. So this one is, we call this as sheet tab. Sheet tab. What is the purpose of the sheet tab? Is suppose I want to move to the next sheet. Suppose my cursor is in the sheet number 1. I want to go to the next sheet. So you can use the option, you can use the shortcut key control, hold the control key and you can say page down. Control page down will go to the next sheet and control page up will go to the previous sheet. So let me show you the shortcut key here. Control, you can press the control key and you can press the page down. Control page down will go to the next sheet. Control page down is a shortcut key for next sheet. Sorry, it's going beyond my screen. So control page down will go to the next sheet and I want to go to the previous sheet, then we can use control page up. Control page up will go to the previous sheet. So this is a shortcut key for moving between one sheet to another sheet. That's fine, simple. But I want to go to the, I am in the sheet number 1 now. Now I want to jump to sheet number 20 or I want to jump to sheet number 40 or something. So what we can do is you can go to the sheet tab and you can just make a right click on the sheet tab. If you make a right click on the sheet tab, it will show you all the list of sheets available on your book. Suppose I want to go to the sheet number 17. Just click on the sheet number 17 and simply say OK. So you can see it goes to the sheet number 17. That's very simple. So if you want to navigate between one sheet to another sheet, that's very simple. You can make a right click and you can select the sheet and say OK, or you can press enter also. It goes to the particular sheet. And on bottom of the sheet tab, you can see it shows a message called as ready. So this one is called as status bar, which will show you the status of your file. On the status bar on the right hand side, you can display some formulas and functions also. For example, if I am going to the sheet number 2, I believe there is no data available. Maybe I will go to the sheet number 3 or 4, maybe the sheet number 5. If I select some 3 or 4 cells and on the bottom I am checking, it shows me the average, it shows me the count, it shows me the sum. but I want the other formulas also. So you can make a right click and you can see it opens another dialog box where I am enabling some other formulas. I am enabling the numerical count, enabling the minimum, enabling the maximum. Now if I press escape to come out of this, you can see it shows me the average, it shows me the count, it shows me the numerical count, it shows me the minimum, it shows me the maximum and sum also. What is this numerical count and count? Numerical count will count how many cells are filled with a number. Count will count how many cells are filled with some values. It can be alphabetical, it can be text also. So if I select this, it shows all the values here, numerical count and count. Right hand side, 3 buttons are available: page layout, normal and normal view, page layout view, page break view, specific for arranging the page setup, taking the printout, and this plus and minus is called as zoom sliders.